Hey guys, we are Blaine and Janae, and we have lived in this tiny house that I built for over 18 months now, and we'd love to show you around.
So Blaine is a builder and designer for Cornerstone Tiny Homes in Oklahoma. When we decided to get married, it was just an easy choice to build a tiny home. And so Blaine designed our home, and we really loved it. It's been great for us, and we've never regretted it for a second.
We decided to go with the modern farmhouse style, living out on a homestead. And out in the country, we like the rustic vibes, but we also like it to be a little more refined. So that kind of struck the balance for the two of us.
We decided to go with vaulted ceilings and lots of windows, but we decided not to go with too many windows because we didn't want to affect the thermal integrity of the home.
Being a tiny house, everything kind of has to be multifunctional on some level. In the living room especially, we really layered in a lot of different elements. Starting with the couches, there's loads of storage inside in the form of drawers, and then some spaces underneath the cushions when you lift the cushions. But we also have a table that we can hang up on the wall, or we can bring it down and set it up to be able to eat our meals together, or if we have guests, we have some leaves we can add on to those and widen it out a little bit.
And so since we like having company and I have family from North Dakota, it was really important for us to have a place for guests to stay when they came to visit. And so Blaine designed in a Murphy bed that can pull down when we need to use it, and then it can go back up into the wall when we don't. And so it's great to be able to have that option and be flexible with it.
We chose this location for the desk because it really helps us stay connected throughout our day, whether Janae's cooking and I'm designing a custom tiny home for a client, or if
I'm
she's editing photos, or which a lot of that happens. We just really can stay close together and stay in touch.
So we've always been really attracted to the tiny house lifestyle and just the minimalism. But one of my biggest concerns when we started talking about building a tiny home was just having enough storage for everything, especially with running two businesses out of the home. And so we really worked a lot of storage into the design of the home, and we've really enjoyed that. One thing that we did was put in a staircase instead of a ladder. So that gave us a lot of space for food because I like to cook from scratch, and that was just a priority for us. I'm really glad that we didn't compromise on a smaller fridge, because it's been really nice to have the space for Costco runs and getting lots of produce, especially living out in the country a little ways from the city. And so that's been really great. We also have a full-size stove, so that's been great for lots of cooking.
Propane oven and range top.
And there's tons of counter space for all the different baking and doing dishes at the same time, and just keeping the kitchen organized and not running out of space.
We also didn't want to compromise on the size of the bathroom. It seemed like it was going to be kind of a hassle squeezing past each other all the time when we're getting ready for something. So we built a pop-out on the end of the trailer that has allowed us to have full, separate, stacked washer and dryer units. And that's just been awesome. And we also have a lot of hang-up clothes and other items in that closet area.
And I had heard a lot of negative things about the washer-dryer combos, and we just decided that we didn't want to hassle with that. And we'd also heard that it takes a lot longer per load, and so we've been really thankful that we have a separate washer and dryer. It's really made doing laundry easy in the tiny home. So we've had a lot of people ask us what it's like to have our bedroom up in the loft, and we had some concerns about that when we were looking at other tiny houses. And so we decided to design the loft to be as tall as possible. And so there's plenty of room for us to sit up in bed and get in and out comfortably.
So before we started building, I knew that Janae had some chemical sensitivities. So I went ahead and did the research, and we really tried to pick out materials and finishes that weren't going to be off-gassing in this little space. And it was really just worth the time invested to be able to make sure that we had the peace of mind to know that that wasn't going to be a problem for us. We've loved living in a tiny house. We spend very little time cleaning or looking for things. With a little bit of intention, it hasn't been that hard to stay organized. And it just gives us so much more time and energy to direct toward each other or into our businesses and other things that we love. So it's just calming mentally and physically for us.
If you're interested in purchasing this home or would like a custom home built by Cornerstone Tiny Homes, feel free to reach out to us, and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. We would love to help you find the solution to your ideal home.